This conference will now be recorded.
Lord, come and speak to us and speak through us. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.
Amen.
Today, I want to bless you with a very short word in about 10, 15 minutes time. I just want you to be blessed with this word. I hope we've all got notebook that we write down some things inside, because this year, a lot of things we've been writing down. How many of us were able to do what I asked them to do last night?
I did my own this morning.
All right, that's great. How many of us were able to write down what they want to be known for?
I did.
I did my own yesterday too.
That's great.
I did last
That's great.
night.
That's great. The response is okay. So please just do it. It's for your own good. These are things that you write down some date. You write down date. So years to come, you pick that thing up and you'll be like, wow, on this date, I received this. And that was what challenged me. That was what pushed me. That was what motivated me to get to this far. And I know God is gonna help us to get there. Amen. Today I want to speak to you on something that I've entitled, Don't Waste Your Time. Don't waste your time. You see, anytime you wake up in a day, God has blessed us with something we call time. In every day, there is an amount of money that the bank of heaven invest into your account, or they put into your bank account, which is your life. Every day that you wake up, you are privileged to have this money called time. And how you spend this thing affects you positively or negatively. Time is the only thing that you can never carry over. Time is the only thing that you cannot pause and say, I am pausing you. It is 5 minutes to 3. I am pausing you. I will come back and continue you. No. When it is wasted, it is wasted. Every day of your life, you are blessed with 86,400 seconds. 86,400 seconds every day. How are you spending this time? How are you making use of it? Can we all turn our Bibles to the book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 16? And if you are there, I want you to read this for me. Quit wasting your time. Ephesians 5:16. I need some Bible scholars here. If I say it, you open it quick. Ephesians 5.
Ephesians
16.
5:15 says that, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
He said, see that you do not live like fools, but as wise. And what does it say again? If you continue, what does it say?
Redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Redeem the time, because the days are evil. Let me tell you one thing. Whatever time you wasted tomorrow, if you sit down today and you begin to think about how you wasted time tomorrow, it ain't going to make any difference. It's not going to change the fact that you wasted yesterday. Listen, you've been worried about how somebody treated you negatively, or how somebody insulted you, or how somebody looked down on you yesterday, ain't going to change anything. You being here today thinking about, 5 years ago, the way I was beautiful. Sister, ain't gonna bring that beauty back. Quit wasting your time. You are blessed. Today, the day is almost ending. And if God willing, you're going to be privileged to have another 86,400 pounds in your account. I want to ask you, how are you going to use this time God is giving to you? Listen, if you don't learn to use your time wisely today, you will pay with your skin tomorrow. If you do not learn to invest this time, this opportunity, this money that God has blessed you with wisely, if you do not take advantage of it to make something beneficial out of it, sweetheart, believe me, you're going to pay with your body tomorrow. How are we using our time? You see, when somebody dies and you go to the graveyard, you see that thing they put on the grave. How do we call that thing? That stone they put. You see, they make
The
this kind of
tombstone.
stone on your graveyard.
Yeah, the tombstone.
You see, they write, the tombstone or whatever you call it. They write, have to be careful. They write your day of birth and they put a dash and they write your day of death. Between them is a dash, and that dash tells what you did with your life, how you spent your time, what impact did you make. Listen, see that you've got no time to waste. The Bible says that the lifespan of a man is 70 years. Your age now, subtract it from 70. At the age 70, your strength begins to fade away. You cease to be productive. At that age, you sit down and look at the impact you've made. See that every day time pushes us to our date of death. Death is something Christians or humans do not want to hear, but this is something you can't do away with. We want to go to heaven, but we are afraid of death. Listen, use your time wisely after today. I beg you. This year I've devoted my life that these are the things I'm gonna speak about more. How are you using your life? How are you spending your time? If you sit down today and you're to account for the day, what impact were you able to make today? How you spent your day? Did it add anything to your life? Did it contribute to your success? The saddest thing is sometimes we confuse busyness, being busy with being productive. Because you are being busy and moving up and down doesn't mean you are being productive. You see people, they get too busy. They will run from one house to another house, gossiping, move from this house to that house. They will be on the phone and they look too busy. And you might think, this brother is busy. Oh, this sister is busy. But later in the day, if you are to ask them, all this busyness, what did it do to you? You see that they wasted their time. Said, do not live like the foolish ones. Do not live like the unwise. Those who do not know how to make use of their time. Listen, this is the opportunity you've got. You've got the strength now. Whatever you weren't able to do yesterday, forget about it. It is past and gone. The money you couldn't save yesterday, it is past and gone. Listen, you are privileged to have another 86,400 seconds. You can change today. You can't change yesterday. No, it is past and gone. But you can change today. How are you spending your time? How are you spending every minute of your life? How are you spending every second of your life? He said, redeeming the time, for the days ahead are evil. Redeeming the time, for there is a day coming that you won't be able to work 6 to 6, because there is a day coming that you ain't gonna be able to work 8 to 5 or 9 to 5. There is a day coming that you ain't gonna be able to sit and be watching TV. Make use of your time wisely. How are you spending your time? He said, do not live like the unwise, but as wise people, redeeming the time, making good use of your time, benefiting from every minute, every second. We are privileged to have access to internet in this modern age, that whatever you want to find, listen, you will be able to find it. But how are you spending this? Of late, if I sit on the bus on my way to work, and I see these young ones, sometimes I have this kind of burning desire in me that I will speak to them about how they are wasting their time. You sit on the bus. Listen, those that take public transport, mark this, check this. You sit on the public transport and you see everybody is busy on their phone. It's either they are just talking or chatting or watching movie or playing games or just chatting. I'm not saying you don't have to associate yourself but what are you using that time for? How do you spend your time? Let me tell you, the most effective hour of every man's life is in the morning. If you're not able to use your morning wisely, if you're not able to impact or invest into yourself in the morning or in the night, forget about it. How are we using our time? I beg of you. Listen, I beg you. I beg you. I beg you. Listen, please. Just succeed so that I can be proud. Okay. Just do it for me. Just become successful. Just learn to use your time effectively. Let me tell you, I will keep saying this. This year 2020. Listen, those who are closer to me will tell you. I say this, and it's not like I keep saying this. If you call me and if one, it's not about my spiritual growth or your spiritual growth, and two, if it is not about money, listen, it is so tough for you to be getting me. It's not like, no, but the thing is, I want to make, I want, this is the opportunity I've got to be young and to be strong and to be active. Time is going to come that strength won't no longer be there. Sit down, check some time ago. You were able to maybe carry 2 bags of rice or 3 bags of rice on your shoulders. Now go and try them. Your wife will have to massage you, your husband will have to massage you. You'll be in the bed for 3 days. Some of you, if you are to run right now, if you are to go for jogging today, I don't think tomorrow you'll be able to go to work. You see that gradually your strengths are fading away. You've got this opportunity. Forget about the chances you missed, the opportunities you had yesterday that you couldn't use them. I sit down and at times I say, God, if I had this knowledge about 4 years ago, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, wow, I should have made it by now. But yeah, I can't go back to that age. So what am I doing now? How am I spending my time now? Listen, quit blaming people if you don't succeed. Quit putting blames on people that, oh, if this person had told me this, if this person had given me this opportunity, sweetheart, they didn't grant you that opportunity. Yesterday they didn't give you that opportunity, but today is offering that opportunity to you. Listen, tomorrow is going to give you the opportunity. How are you going to use that time you've got? How are you going to use that time? I told you, let's learn to set up goals. If you set up goals, you know what you are going in for. If you set up goals, it put this burning desire in you. It helps you to know what to stand for. It helps you to know how to spend your time. I beg you, this year 2020, make use of your time. Let your time be accountable. Listen, if you sit down, be able to account for your time. How did I spend my day? How did I spend this Tuesday? Oh, on Tuesday in the morning, I did this. In the afternoon, I was able to do this. Or before I went to bed, I joined the prayer line for an hour. And after prayers, I was able to plan the next day. Listen, it is not wrong for you to plan the next day. Even Jesus made plans. Listen, when Joseph ended up in the land of Egypt, he helped them to make plans for their future. I beg you, if God doesn't make plans, Jesus wouldn't have said, I am going to prepare a place for you. He could have said to the disciples, come on, let's go to heaven. But he said, I'm going to prepare a place for you. So wait for me. And when I'm done, I will come and take you with me. So I am making the future. I'm preparing your future for you. So that if your future is settled, then I will come and get you. Listen, plan yourself tonight. Plan your Wednesday morning tonight and make use of it. Make use of these seconds God is going to give to you tomorrow. God is blessing you with it. Listen, this money is not like maybe your savings that if you don't use them today, you can use it tomorrow. No, you can. The only thing that you can make more money, but you can make more time. You can fall in love over and over and over, but you can't make more time. Time wasted is time lost. There is no way you can get it back. The time you waste today, it is lost forever. It is my prayer that God will grant us the wisdom. David saw this and he said, help me know my days, to number my days, that I may get the heart of wisdom. He said, help me number my days, O Lord, that I may gain the heart of wisdom. Your days are before you, sweetheart. The time is before you. You've got 24 hours. You've got 86,400 seconds. How are you going to use this? What can you look at? If you are to stand back and judge your Wednesday, what account are you going to be able to give to that Wednesday? I beg you, let's use our time wisely. Soon and very soon, the Lord will be coming. Yes. Soon and very soon, you might be dying. Yes. But how are you using your time now? How are we using our time now? May the Lord help us. May the Lord
Amen.
grant us the grace and
Amen.
strength to make use of our time. Listen,
Amen.
invest your time. There were people on the line as I'm talking to you every second. Like anytime we are talking, it is about investment. It is about investment. Oh, I want to invest in this. What do you think? How should I go? Listen, invest your time, even if it is 30 minutes that you can spend to plan for an investment. Sweetheart, do it. If it is 30 minutes that you can sit to plan for your children's future, do it. Don't wait. You see, I said something. I don't know why the truth is so painful and truth is so hard for people to accept it. When I said on last week, Friday, that if you're a parent and your children look outside you to pick a role model or to pick a mentor outside, you have failed. You know, a friend of mine had that message on my WhatsApp and he was like, there are things you say and they get me thinking. After speaking to him, this guy started crying. He was like, wow. So we didn't know this. I beg you, listen, invest something today that your children, your kids will look at you in the future and say, I want to be as wise as my mom. Because my mom knew how to plan herself. My dad knew how to plan himself. Before my dad went to bed, he will plan his day and he will commit it into the hand of God. Look at what Job said. He said, have you commanded your morning since your days began? Commanders are people that know how to plan for battle. They know how to plan for war. If you don't know how to plan, you fail in life. Plan your time. Do not live like the unwise, but live as a wise person, redeeming the time. No time to waste this year. Invest your time wisely. May the Lord help us.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah. Pat just
Amen.
even dropped something as well. She said, let us plan like the 5 wise virgins. Those people stand for the Christians that we have today. We think, oh, we have all the time. How many of us growing up thought that they had more time? How many of us? I was one. I was one. I thought I was young. Oh, I'm young. I'm young. Oh, I'm young. I'm young.
Mhm.
So many of us had this feeling. We had this mindset. Oh, I'm young. Oh, you turn 20, you go like, oh, I'm young. Oh, you turn 30, I'm young. One of the deceitful statements that African homes or African community has deceived us with is that life starts from the age 30, 40. That is one of the annoying statements I don't want to hear in my life. That life begins at the age 40. Brother, at the age 40, you let me reserve my comments. At that age, what can you do again? This is the time. Let us make use of it. You've got access to internet. Make use of that. Everything, every tool you have, make use of it. Let it profit you. Let it add up to your life. That gap between your date of birth and your day of death. This is the time to decide it. That gap, that line there will tell if people will remember you or people will forget of you. What would you be known for? It is within that line. What will your family say of you? It is within that line. What are your friends going to say about you? It is within that line. Redeeming the time. for the days ahead are evil. May the Lord bless you. May He grant us His grace, His wisdom and knowledge to
Amen.
live and make use of our time.
Amen.
In Jesus'
Amen.
name, amen.
Amen.
God bless you so much.